In this video, we're going to be doing parking brakes in this 2007 Mazda CX-9. We'll remove our rear wheel. It's going to be a 21 millimeter. We'll go ahead and take off our lug nuts now. Now we're going to take off our rear caliper bracket and caliper as one unit. They're going to be two 17 millimeter bolts. We'll start up top. Now in the back there is an access hole here. So what we can do is put a small extension and get right through there to that back bolt. Now you don't necessarily have to use the extension. With the shallow socket you can come in right here. Now because we are taking the caliper bracket and caliper off as one unit, as soon as we release this top bolt, we're going to have that entire assembly free, so we'll hold on to that. Now there is a small chance while doing this that your pads may fall out. Just be ready to catch them if they do come loose. But you want to take this entire assembly and swing it up and out of the way, keeping undue stress on your brake hose. Work your rotor slightly free and then pull it straight away. So now to remove your rear parking brake shoe, we're going to use a pair of pliers here and grab a hold of this adjuster. We're going to hold that adjuster tight. We're then going to grab a hold of the bottom of our shoe. We're going to use a flat blade screwdriver here. And we're going to pry the shoe downward and out of the clip in the back. All right, we're just going to continue to pull downward on our shoe and work it off of our hub. We can then grab a hold of our adjuster and release pressure there. Then we can take these two ends, slide them out. Now down underneath our hub, we have the clip that holds the bottom of our shoe in place. There's going to be an 8 millimeter bolt. Now I'm not sure if this is a factory size or if this is an aftermarket size. So your size might be slightly different. This one's 8. Now our new hardware bracket has a little ledge on top. We're going to sit that up on top. And our new bolt is going to be a 10 millimeter. So now on the forward side of our adjustment here, we're going to thread these two pieces together. We're going to put a little dab of grease inside here. We can go ahead and set this right inside there. Now we went ahead and did off camera is just run some brake cleaner through here, get rid of any old nasty grease. So it should be nice and clean inside there. Now on the other side, we have a little channel here. Put a dab of grease in there, a little bit around the outside. And inside here will go our new pin. And there's going to be an arm inside here that we're going to want to line this pin up with, right on the very end. So before we go ahead and put this in there, we'll put a little grease inside here. So now we'll take the back half here. So you'll know if you have your pin on the back side setting correctly, if when you push in here, that silver arm inside there moves. That's what you want. You want that pin to be lined up on that arm. So now our new shoe has two holes. All right, on the driver's side, we're going to be using this hole here. We're going to put our new spring through there. And now the top of the spring is going to get attached to the top back side here of our new hardware. So we'll send our new brake shoe up into place. We'll attach our spring. And then we're going to need to slide our shoe straight up onto the adjuster and behind this clip. So the clip is going to grab the back lip of our shoe. So now you can see this part wants to pop out all by itself. So what we're going to do is take one side of our shoe and press it up against that channel there and put inward pressure, just like that, and that'll hold that side in while we work the other side up and in. All right, once you have them lined up, we're going to push inwards and upwards. Down the bottom, we have to get it into that clip and underneath. Just going to push straight up. All right, so once you've got your shoes all the way up and in, you should be just about flush with the top here. And you should be inside the clip on the bottom. So now with our rotor on, we're going to use 2 lug nuts to hold our rotor nice and tight up to the hub. We're going to spin our rotor. Right now, we don't hear any noise from our parking brakes rubbing up against the inside of our rotor. So we're going to take a flathead screwdriver, locate our adjuster, and we're going to make some adjustments until we hear some noise, meaning rubbing of our brakes inside the rotor. And about there. Now, when we put our wheel on, we want to send our wheel around with a good spin. We want 1.5 free rotations before it comes to a stop. Once we've done that to one side, we'll go ahead and do it on the other side. So now with our rotor in place, we're going to swing back our caliper and caliper bracket with pads assembly. All right, we're going to line up our top caliper bracket bolt. With that top bolt started, we can release the caliper bracket. We can start our bottom bolt. And we're going to torque our caliper bracket bolts to 60 foot-pounds. Go ahead and put our wheel back on. And what I'll do here is I'll put a top and a bottom lug nut on, and I'll rock the rim back and forth onto that rotor face, try and get it as flush as possible on the back, and then I'll continue with the rest of the lug nuts. Once we have our lug nuts in, we'll come in and snug these down. We'll lower the vehicle on the ground so the wheel won't spin, and we'll torque them down. So now with the vehicle on the ground, we're going to go ahead and torque down our lug nuts. We're going to do that in a crisscross pattern. We're going to torque it down to 85 foot-pounds.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.